Hey guys, Mr. and Mrs. Flashback here for another weekend video. We had a very hot weekend. We came off
Still
of
sweating actually.
70s to it just jumped 10 degrees a day. So we hit 80s on Thursday, and then Friday we were at 100 or probably
90s.
around 90s. Then Saturday 100 straight. Today we're at 90s, and then we're supposed to drop back down into the 70s, but it has been way hot, and we have not been prepared for it. Honestly, we've had a nice cool winter, and this little tidbit of little hint of what's to come was
It's horrible.
not fun.
I was garage sale this weekend at community sale, and it was hot.
Yeah.
And I got a lot more of these days coming with the summertime. But anyways, if you're new, this is Linda. I am Cam. We're going to go over what sold our online store this weekend. These will be Friday through Sunday sales on online platforms like eBay. We find these items at garage sales, thrift stores, and estate sales. We're going to show you Linda will go over the numbers first to kind of go over a breakdown of how much we sold, how many items, and then we will show you them and what they sold for to give you guys an idea of what we're picking up to try to make some money online, maybe a couple things to avoid too. How do we do?
So we came in at 34 sales on our main platform, eBay. We actually didn't get anything from the other platforms this weekend like we did last weekend, but that's okay. We hit those platforms pretty consistently all week long.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool. But we sold some high value items this weekend that came in, so that we totaled just over 2,200.
Pretty good. There's one item in particular that's the big boy, so we'll show you that one at some point. So
the good thing is, even without that, we still make gold. Yes,
which is very cool. Let's jump into it though.
First up, we have this Michael Jordan's NBA Sunny Lynn 1987 graphic t-shirt. Sold for 23 and some change.
Paid like $4 for that.
Cameron purchased a bunch of women's shoes, all larger sizes, like 10, 11s, 12s, from our main source. This is a pair of Torrid plus size 12 wide, always proud, metallic rainbow sandals. Those did sell for $25 plus buyer.
No.
Oh, sorry. Plus, it's going eBay International.
And they were $2. I bought every pair. Pretty much every pair I bought from him, I bought like maybe 13, 14 pairs of women's like size 11 and 12 shoes. Most of them were $2 each. I think a couple were $5 and one was like $3, but most of them were $2. So that was cool.
Then from our Salvation Army, our local one, we have this Champion Men's Heritage T-Floss Stitch logo t-shirt in size large. Sold for 14 and some change.
Not a whole lot. I paid like $2 for that one. So
then
this was cool.
From Savers, we picked up the Magpul Dynamics, the Art of the Dynamic Handgun.
Very
DVD
cool.
set.
For $5.99.
$35 shipped.
Yes.
Then out of our car parts, we have this set of Nissan tailgate clips. Sold for 21 and some change.
Just some little clips, guys. Crazy.
Then I actually had one buyer messaging me about these for a while, and then they were like wishy-washy on them. Thanks, Mom. And then they sold out from under their nose because they had too many questions. So this is a set of Weiss Schwartz cards. They are like anime character cards.
I think these are like hollows and stuff. I think there are other cards that are not. I think most of these are. But this set sold for
$80 shipped.
We sold, I think, 2 sets for $80, and I spent $80, and then we sold, like, I think, Wimby 1 by itself so far, but I have a couple other ones selling by themselves. It wasn't a great buy. I'm just happy we're making the money and being in the profit, so.
Next up, we got this Farberware stainless steel skillet high dome replacement lid. Sold for 27 and some change.
Just again, happy to see this go, too.
Yeah.
Been sitting there for a minute.
Then out of that $800 doll buy, our first doll is this Marley Wentworth 2005 Robert Tonner Collection Sugar Plum Party Doll. She's a 12-inch doll. She has bright blonde. Is she the blonde?
No.
Oh, it's just, I was looking at that. She has amazing curly brunette hair and this beautiful pink party dress. And she did sell for $250 shipped. She is our
fourth doll to sell. Out of 39.
Yes.
But we already in the profit. We sold the first 3. We spent $800 on all these dolls. The first 3 after them selling, we were up about $100 and something. So that was pretty good just for being their third one to sell. Now with this one, we're even more into the profit, which is great. And then not to be outdone, actually too outdone.
Yes, this
is the best one of them all.
Is a 16-inch Jamie Show fashion doll. This is Little Black Dress Audrey from 2015. She's an IFDC exclusive.
Just this piece of paper right here, guys, sold for a crazy amount of money. No.
She comes in her own custom foam that has pieces. There she is.
Her hair is not attached. It's in the side there.
So everything has to be attached on her. She has her little black dress.
Some boots and a little, I don't know if it's like a little stick or whatever. The box is coming apart a little bit right here, but everything looks like it's never been pulled out, honestly. And if it has, it wasn't really used or played with.
And then this doll sold for $700 shipped.
I don't know what it was. I think I saw a sold comp of this one for around 5 or 6. I'm sorry, I'm just putting the foam back in here. For 500 or 600. And so when I saw that, I was like, well, I'll list mine at 800 just because there were none listed, and that was a year ago or something. And then someone came through and offered me 700, and I was like, let's start off the weekend with a big sale. So, and we had just sold that other one, so it was very cool.
$2 in a row.
Yeah, not all the dolls will be worth near that much. That might be the best one. Who knows? So very happy with that.
Next up, we have this genuine HP 64 black ink cartridge, sealed, expired 2019, but still sold for $18 shipped.
And just to be on the dolls, we basically paid $20 a piece, and then I've got a couple other things thrown in to make it $800. So really, it would be like $780, I think is what it would be. And then I bought some cameras and a backpack and some other stuff. So I'm basically in them for $20 a piece, which is just crazy.
Yeah.
What did we sell them for?
18.
And I paid, I think, $2. It says $4, but it was on sale for half off.
Good. Then we got a Cuisinart Classic Food Processor Replacement Stem, sold for $15 ship.
I know I saw it. Well, it's a stem. I know we have it because I pulled it somewhere, but I don't know where it went. Aww. Over here, which is not good.
Then a $1,200 tool buy. We have this Lao Corp stone set for the 10500 brake cylinder, sold for $10 shipped. Then
we sell a $700 item and a little $10 one. That's just how the business rolls sometimes.
Then the Rocker Files Season 3 DVD, brand new sealed, sold for $10 shipped.
It was $1. Doesn't even make a ton on that one.
Then do you want to talk about the rest of that goes with that, or do you want
yeah,
to
we can talk about it. Might as well do it while we're here.
So Cameron got a bunch of these bad boys. This is the Bissell Steam Shot Deluxe. This is a model number 39N7A. Bissell did a recall on this specific steamer. Cameron picked up 8 of these, 10 of these, and they are all new in the box just like this. They all have even the warranty card sitting right on top. So we looked up the recall because he heard about it from...
No, my listing got taken down.
Oh, his listing got taken down for a recall. So
I bought them for $5 a piece, thought I could sell them for about $40 because they do sell for $40 online, and then my listing got taken down because it's a recall.
Because of recall. So we went on to Bissell's site, found the recall information, and they are actually doing a deal on these. So you can either do a replacement steamer, you can do a $40 cash credit, cash, or you can do a $60 credit with Bissell. So we have all 10 of these that we're going to be replacing. We aren't going to get a new steamer because I don't really want one, but we're going to do the $40 a piece to get them all, and then I'm going to do 2 of them to get some kind of new cleaning device that we can use at home. So it'll end up being a better deal doing it through the recall than it would be to sell them. And the thing is with these, you're supposed to cut off the wire, take a picture, and then when you get your check, you throw it away. And the only thing is, they're all left with these, the accessories, which is the hose, the little cup, and then some attachments. And so I looked it up to see if that stuff was selling because it's all brand new sealed.
And if it worked with the newer unit.
Yeah, it worked, and it does. So you can sell this set for anywhere from $20 to $25. We listed ours for $20, so we would just have a lot of 10 of them, and every time they sell, it's whatever. And at this point, it's just free money because we are already
getting $40. And we're actually making more money from the recall than we did for what actually sold them online. Yeah. But obviously, the person who had them before, we bought them from someone who gets a lot of like bulk stuff. no one had done it because the cords weren't cut, and they do it by serial number. So no one's obviously claimed these ones yet. So.
No, because the cord, literally you have to cut the cord off and take a picture of the cord being cut off and remove the stickers, and there's a process. It's not a horrible process, and it's pretty easy. Like, I can even do it on my phone straight across, but that's how you can tell it's not been done. They're all brand new, so it worked out in our favor to be able to do that and then still make some money off of the accessories.
Very cool.
So that Missile Steam Shot Deluxe handheld accessory set sold for $20 shipped.
We have some more to go for those, so 9 more to sell.
Yep. Then we've got one of our last Top Flight Tour golf putter heads.
Yeah. They don't sell that. We spent $8 on a box of these at Salvation Army.
Yeah.
We probably had like 20 different Top Flight covers, and this one sold for
$8 shipped.
They used to sell for $8 to $12. We've made money back times over because we've sold so many. We only have a couple left, so we don't make a ton per sale, but we did make money.
Next up, we got this DPC Dorfman Pacific Company Fedora, size medium, sold for $22 and some change. Nah, honey.
Well, my head is massive for one.
Yeah, that ain't gonna fit you.
Anybody's met me in real life,
on a good day.
they know that I don't wear hats. I do wear hats, but not those hats.
Then another pair of our Nike Elite Basketball Crew Socks sold, size medium, for $18 shipped.
Yep, those are selling. The size 8 men's don't sell as well as the 10 to 12s we had, but they are selling.
Yeah. Next up, this is a different one. This is not your run-of-the-mill item that you're going to find. This is a metal Royal Air Force model airplane. It's a collectible decorative piece, and that did sell for $49 and some change, and it is going eBay International.
I think I spent 5 or 7 each on. We had another one already sold, the green one. And then I sold this one, so that was cool.
Nice.
It's gonna be a pain to ship, but
yeah. Then another pair of those shoes. This is a pair of Torrid Gladiator sandals, 12 wides in the light brown and tan, sold for $23 and some change. Then we got this Cuisinart Prep 11 motor base only, sold for $27 ship. Pick that a whole unit up at Savers.
I don't sell most of the bases anymore. They do sell, but I really don't mess with them. I don't. It's just they take up space and they just don't sell often enough.
Yeah.
And some of them are down to like $12 plus shipping, and it's like, it's not worth my time. So I've been getting rid of these. I probably wouldn't even list this one again, but at least it did sell.
Yeah. Then we got this vintage Rainforest Cafe animal t-shirt in a men's small. It sold for $23 and some change. It's a wraparound graphic, so it's got it's got a panel that wraps all the way around the entire shirt, which is pretty cool.
Pretty colorful still with the animals.
Yeah.
I got it for $1 at a garage sale.
And that's over $23 and some change. Then, is this out of the lot? Okay. Cameron got a bunch of kids' books and a bunch of lots. This is Captain Underpants. We've got a lot of 10 of them, plus Super Diaper Baby as well. And that set sold for $28 shipped. That came out of the set with Junie B. Jones and Madge the dog.
And Magic Treehouse.
I
paid $10 for a whole box from I don't know what grade she was, 2nd grade teacher, 3rd grade teacher, something like that. And she had all these books, and I bought a whole box for 10 because I saw all the different sets in there, and we've made a couple different sets and made quite a bit of money. We're over $100 in sales for sure.
Yeah,
I would probably say
definitely worth it.
Yeah, if you can find like sets of them, like Goosebumps, Captain Underpants, Diary of a Kid, the whole set, you can sell them and make some money.
Next up, this you guys will remember. So Cameron got the Bosch Universal 800-watt mixer. Picked that up at Savers.
$25. It came with everything. The bowl, different
attachments.
Only thing it didn't have was it did not have the blender, which that's a separate piece you have to buy, and didn't have
the dough blades that everyone kept wanting.
Dough blades.
So it went off to a buyer who paid full price plus shipping.
Luckily to California.
Yeah, just a few cities away, and so that was awesome. Then
packs it up beautifully.
Yes. Then it gets there. The person messages the day it gets there. Sorry, this is not going to work for what I need. Return. We were like, huh? Because mind you, this was a $300 sale.
It was a bummer for sure when you get that return.
Not fun to get.
When someone returns like a $10 DVD, it's like, whatever, bro. Like, send it back or we'll refund you, whatever the case is. But a big one, that one kind of hits because they have to hold your funds then. So if anything's in there that they're holding, and now it's stuck there. And she did send it back. It came back not as well as packed as I was, but had enough bubble wrap and everything around it so that everything...
Luckily, it didn't go as far.
Yeah, so it was safe, and I had packed it pretty well, and she did leave all the packing in there, he or she. But got it back, and then I decided, you know what? I don't feel like selling it as a set again because I don't have these dough hooks, and I'm wondering if that's why she sent it back. Because we got a lot of questions about dough hooks, and even though I've sold other mixer sets without dough hooks before, you know, but usually I end up parting most of them out. So I decided to part this one out separately because I didn't want to deal with that anymore.
And we've gotten a lot of interest on this one. I had one person message because we are charging shipping on it because it's so heavy. So I had one person ask, and they were like, is it really, you know, this? Because we put calculated shipping, but I'm not sure if Cameron like did it down to the T on the dimensions.
I was going to go back. I had it in a box, and I was going to pre-pack it because I just estimated and I overestimated on the weight and everything because I didn't want to shoot myself in the foot and have someone buy it. And I said, well, this weekend when I come out here, I'll pack it up, weigh it, or get at least an idea of what it would fit in, and then put those measurements in, and then it'll be updated.
So that person, I texted that person back, and I was like, sorry, I haven't updated that. I can check it out tonight. Well, I didn't check it out that night. Something else came up, and then the next morning, somebody else bought it without any updated listing or anything. So they paid $100, plus they paid $75 shipping. It is going across the country, so
probably won't be that much.
No.
Probably like 30 or 40 bucks maybe. I don't know. But again, I overestimated. I didn't expect someone to buy it, but I wanted to just get my listings up because I was processing some stuff, and I'm like, I'll fix this weekend when I put it away, and someone bought it. Also, I was the only one listing just the base. So at the time, there were a bunch of people selling whole units for $300 like I was, but no one had the base by itself.
Yeah.
So for them, they're getting, if they needed the base, their motor broke or whatever, $100. Plus this is the 800 watt, which is a little bit more powerful.
Yeah, and the person that I was messaging about purchasing this first time, I said, well, I think it's the newest model, and she goes, no, the newest model is actually a 500 watt. That's why they want this one, because this is 800 watts. So I'm not sure if this is like a different version of it that they were like, well, let's make a big boy and a little boy. So
we paid 25 plus tax while we were there. On the other one, since they paid shipping, we didn't really lose anything, it seems like. You know, on the way back, we paid the shipping back, but we think because we didn't, whatever they paid for shipping up front, we didn't use it all.
No.
So we didn't
refund
refund them the shipping. But anyways, so maybe we broke even there, but now we're gonna hopefully start making more money, and we'll have a lot of other parts to sell. So
yeah,
look out for these Bosch mixers. Even the older ones sell.
Yes, the UM3s, guys. One of Cameron's favorites.
That's the older one. I've sold like 3 of those so far. We just got some recent parts that we sold for it.
Yes.
So.
Next up,
Linda hated this buy, but it just keeps on coming through.
That paparazzi nail polish that's dead stock from, we think, CVS.
Yeah, CVS.
Yeah, it's CVS's paparazzi is their nail brand that they sell.
And there's 4 of each in here, so 8 in total.
And so they get 4 rose gold rendezvous and 4 Egypt at night for $20 shipped. And then we had more of the...
We had a bunch of rose gold. So this weekend I went to the sale that the lady, she told me she was going to be having a sale, and I went back and I said, hey, do you have more Egypt at night? She checked and I bought, I think, 2 or 3 more. Because that's how, that'll even out.
Yeah, we weren't even, so we had
because I had too much rose gold, and I didn't realize I had 2 different ones at first, but once I realized I did, I figured that listing is selling better than just the rose gold.
Yeah.
So I'd rather put them together. And
I mean, if you look at that color though, there's not too much difference between the 2 colors.
It's just a little bit off, but
barely, yeah.
That's the one that's selling. And then I also picked up another color. She only had 1 box, Charmed something. So I'm gonna make a listing with rose gold and Charmed, or all 3 of them, you know, just to see give some variety.
Yeah.
So we pay we're in these for about, it shows me $4 for a case of 8. So I'm in these for $1. So 50 cents each box.
Nice.
So $1. It's only in a 20. It probably, you remember how much it cost to ship last time?
They aren't under £1, so I think they end up being like $9, $10.
So we're probably only making like $7 per, but it's multi-quantity, so it just keeps selling. And I have a bunch of them, so.
Next up, we got a lot of 2 white Xbox 360 controllers.
Yep.
Sold for $35.
It sold almost overnight. I just had to put on new battery covers and clean them off, and I have a bunch of the battery cover things because the ones that they come with are always not working right.
Yeah. Then we got
that's what I needed to pull.
Tamron SP60 300 millimeter
it's a lens.
zoom lens.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the adaptable mount
one of the
for
bigger
the
ones.
SLR camera. and it sold for $34 shipped.
Just trust us, we have it. I'm sure it's behind Linda in the camera section.
Probably. Then that dog buy, unfortunately.
Linda hated this buy as well, the dog buy, but it keeps coming through. One of you or someone out there bought this wonderful harness. I think
This one's pretty
purple.
intense. Yeah, so this is a purple and pink Arcadia
Like,
Trail
Sasha could, our dog
ultimate
could probably wear
safety
this.
security reflective dog harness.
You pick your dog up.
Got multiple colors on there. It's super nice, and that did
And
sell
it's quality.
for.
Feel it. I mean, it's like
It is.
you can tell it's like
intense.
yeah,
Like,
it's
that's
pretty
gonna
good
hold for a
quality.
while.
This is a heavier piece, but it sold for how much?
And it sold for $24 shipped.
We're in that whole buy for $200. We probably sold. We're probably at about 100 right now in sales with this. So we're getting there. We have a bunch more stuff to sell though. So I'm just glad we're starting to move some of that stuff.
Then from Camp 2023, we have this pair of Birkenstock Giza women's leather flip-flops, size 39.
I think that's like a 7 or 8.
Yeah, and that sold for 30 and some change.
They still have the Birkenstocks are known for getting the little footprints, like where you can see where someone's foot was. They still sell like that. Not as well. It used to really sell like that because they were so expensive, but
Yeah.
now it's a little better.
Then we got Nintendo 64 Super Mario, sold for $34 shipped. Then we got this set of decorative faux metal keyholes by Jim Hole's Ideology, sold for just under $9 shipped.
Just one of the random things I picked up.
Next up, we got this huge lot of rock 80s, 90s music. It's a CD collection. It's a great collection.
It's all in here. It is it's 17 by 17 by 9, 37 pounds.
37 pounds of CDs, guys. I'm not sure how many is in there. I don't know if Cameron has a guesstimate.
I want to say it's like 100 and something.
So it's almost like $1 CD is what they paid.
Yeah, I think it's like 100 or 100 around.
Because it came in at $125.
Plus they paid shipping because I weighed it and put it in there. So
Smart.
what I'll say is these were CDs. We had a shelf in here where when I would buy big CD lots, I would save rock CDs, rap CDs, and hope to get more later and build little lots of them based on artists because we've done really well selling CDs like that. Unfortunately, I don't find these CDs like enough regularly for me to keep buying them. Like I've held them there for the past couple of years, and we've bought like 1 or 2 CD buys since then. And the most of the CDs I do find out are country, which doesn't sell as well, or classical, or some kind of love romantic songs, which are not going to make me any money. So I decided that I pulled everything off my shelf because it's just taking up space, and I'm going to put empty cases there and other stuff there, video game stuff. And I made that lot and then sold it. And I've already made money off all the CDs that I bought because I buy them in big sets, and I've already made money. This is the leftover stuff, so it's just extra and it clears off space, and it's sold in like a week.
Yep. Then we got this set of 8 antique bronze-colored drawer cabinet poles. They're 1-inch handle knobs, and those did sell for $20 shipped.
I think it's the right one. I hope you can double
Yeah, they
check
look
them.
the same.
But $5 for a whole box of different knobs. There were like light blue ones. There's a couple with like flowers on them. Another set like this, wooden ones, and then this set all for $5.
Nice.
Couldn't pass it up because we've been selling a lot of door pulls lately for some reason. So they sold another one.
Oh, we sold another one?
Yeah, this is their second one to sell.
Oh, so I gotta pull it out of
That's
there.
why I have that there.
Oh, so we sold another set of the Bissell steam accessories for $20 shipped.
I got it like a quantity 5 right now.
I didn't even notice. That's funny. Okay.
That's why I had the box there. So
I
we
gotta
could
start
pull.
fixing those.
Right. Well, I bought them all down. So Linda, we waited for our first check to come through before
Just
she
to see how
submitted
it
all
worked, yeah.
to make sure it worked. It did say you could submit multiple when
Yeah.
you were doing it. So
It said it in there. If you have multiple items, submit each one individually. So,
we just waited for the first check just to make sure nothing happened before we cut everything up and everything.
yeah.
But it did come through. We got the check, so now we're going to submit the rest, and we'll pull all these, and it's going to be a blessing, actually.
Yeah.
What seemed like a bad thing when I got the notice, it turned out to be a blessing. However, when I go to this lady's house, because she's also the person I get the nail polish from, which I checked, there's no recall on it, and I bought a couple other things from her, and when I go there, I Google to see if there's a recall on the item first, because I want to make sure I'm not setting myself up for failure.
Yeah, because we've already got one item that he's bought also that
What?
has a bit of an issue.
What?
The bread maker one.
Oh, I bought some bread makers from her, and the boxes are kind of damaged. She goes, they're all brand new, and they look brand new on the top. All the styrofoam's in there.
Yeah.
Turns out, no, I actually cleaned. I had got 2 more from her this weekend, which you say, why would you buy them? There's an issue, but they're damaged or returns, and most of them seem to be damaged where part of the shell of the bread maker has cracked or broken, but
Probably in shipping or something.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Or
made
someone's
for
returned it for
yeah.
something, and which is fine for us because we sell the bread pans and paddles. And
We don't sell whole bread makers.
Yeah, and I was gonna sell them whole if they were brand new in perfect condition. I was like, I'll just list a couple brand new, and I'll also list the parts, whatever sells faster, whatever. But it turns out we're basically spending $10 now to get the paddle, 2 paddles, and a pan, and some little accessories that come with it. And it's going to end up being like $80 in listing still for $10. So I bought the rest of what she had. She had 2 more.
Yeah.
So, but I do have to check this kind of stuff with her because now I have better idea of what she's getting and how she's getting it. Yeah. And you're probably wondering I'm holding this because that's
our final sale. This is Etta James Enduring Soul on CD, sold for $9 shipped. It is the Starbucks edition.
Yes, that was like $1.50 around. I bought a bunch of CDs that day. And that was
Yep.
in there. So that's all we got. Great day. Obviously the doll, $700 doll and the $250 doll were great. But if you took those out of there, you got the Bosch for $100 plus shipping. You got the CDs for $100 and something. You have a couple other, good items for $80 for the cards. Kind of a good little mix of stuff. We're gonna get this packed up and hopefully go to sleep because it's been a long day, a long weekend. It's been hot, and we're ready for another week coming up with some more stuff to show you guys. So check out this. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
And happy Mother's Day to all of our mom resellers out there.
Or just moms that want to
In
watch us
general.
because you just think we're cool. Or me. Or Linda. Whoever your favorite is. If my mom's answering, she'll pick me.
Yeah.
Bye.